The audio solution for the Oculus Quest is essentially a pair of speakers that pipe the sound down the strap towards your ears. And while the sound isn't terrible, this kind of open sound solution means that you can pretty much hear everything in your environment and everyone around you can hear what you're doing. So to increase privacy and immersion, a good set of headphones is a great bit of kit to have for your Oculus Quest. Now I got sent these on-ear headphones, just here, and these in-ear earbud headphones here from MYJK, and these are for the Oculus Quest 2. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to test these and I'm going to compare them against the set of speakers on the deluxe audio strap. These are a nice pair of on-ear headphones that you get with this Vive audio strap. I'm also going to compare them to this set of Kiwi design headphones. These are designed for the Oculus Quest 1, and this will be a nice comparison for the set of earbuds that I was sent. And finally, I'll also compare them against these HyperX Cloud 2 over-the-ear headphones. By the way, these are a great pair of headphones if you're after a pair. These are comfortable, durable, and have a great sound at a great price. So definitely recommend getting these if you're in the market for a pair like this. And one final thing to mention, whilst I was sent both pairs of headphones from MYJK for free, which I'm grateful for, it will not in any way bias my review of these products. So with that, let's take a look. You could say that both sets of headphones are in that budget price range. The in-ear headphones are $19.99 US, whilst the on-ear headphones are going to set you back $42.99 US, so both fairly cheap. There's also a Quest 1 version of these same headphones. They seem to have the same specifications, so I'd imagine they're very similar to the ones I'm testing here, although of course I've not tested these Quest 1 versions personally, so I cannot say for certain how similar they are. So I'll just mention at this point that I don't expect them to be as good as, say, my HyperX Cloud 2 headset, which is about $80 US. I am factoring in price in this review. First, let's take a look at the in-ear earbuds. So these are for the Oculus Quest 2, of course, and they come in a nice little storage case that you don't always see with these kind of budget phones. It also comes with a small, medium and large ear tips for different ear sizes. Now, they are super easy to set up, and the wire is made in a way so there isn't too much excess, which is great because you don't want to get any dangling wires when you're moving around with your Quest headset on. Whilst the short wire is good, it also means there isn't a lot of slack, and so you have to be careful not to stretch the wire too tight as it could break. So let's get to testing. These headphones have a 10mm dynamic driver and are described as having super bass, so it'll be interesting to see what the bass is like, as in-ear headphones, especially budget ones, aren't usually known for having great bass. Now, as I mentioned, you get 3 in-ear buds, small, medium and large, for different ear sizes, and I had to change to the smallest one in the pack to get a good fit. Once I did that, they fit in my ear very well, were quite comfortable and didn't fall out during any of my play sessions. The wire was also easy to tuck away. I just looped them around the top of my ear and there wasn't any dangling parts, and the wire wasn't stretched too tightly either. Overall, I could see myself using these headphones comfortably for extended game sessions. I'm using Pistol Whip to test the sound of these headphones, but I'm not going to play any of the music from the game in this video, as YouTube tends to be a bit too trigger happy with the copyright strikes. But Pistol Whip does have a great selection of music, so that's why I'm using this game in particular to test the audio. So when using these headphones on the more bassy songs, I did notice the bass effect. It of course wasn't as punchy as the other on or over ear headphones I've used, and I wouldn't expect it to be, but it was there. One drawback of these, however, is the sound quality. It has this slightly muffled quality, which might be due to the super bass feature. So what I did is I tested the Kiwi design in-ear headphones for the Oculus Quest 1, and I definitely noticed the difference in sound quality. The Kiwi design headphones pretty much have no bass, but the sound is relatively clear, whereas the MYJK headphones had this bass effect, but it seemed to come at the expense of sound clarity. So next I looked at the on-ear headphones from MYJK. Now these have a 40mm dynamic driver and slide on to the Elite or stock strap, as you can see in this video here. Now I did find it a bit more difficult to slide these on than what is shown in the demonstration video when I tried to slide them onto my Elite strap, but it wasn't too much trouble. I did notice it did rub off some black marks on the strap, but these marks seem to come off pretty easily. Like the in-ear headphones, the wire is made short so you don't get much excess, and there's a clip you can stick to your headset to manage the cable. Whilst this is a good thing in some ways, it gives you not too much to play with, meaning if you want to run the cable across the headset in a different way to what's shown here, you might have some trouble. Just like the in-ear headphones, after adjusting the speakers left and right along the strap and up and down to fit my ear, I found these to fit quite comfortably without too much pressure pushing down on my ear, meaning that I could see myself using these quite comfortably for an extended play period. The sound could be turned up quite loud on these, and unlike the in-ear headphones, the sound was quite clear. Now when I compare the sound of this to the deluxe audio strap speakers or my HyperX Cloud 2 headset, there was a noticeable difference. With the MYJK headphones, you didn't seem to get the same amount of lower bass or richness of sound. It sounded a bit more hollow when compared to these other speakers. Not to say the sound was bad, it was reasonable, particularly for the price, but there seemed to be a noticeable difference in the range of sounds it could achieve. Now looking at the specs, we can see these headphones have a frequency range from 100 Hz to 3 kHz. Now to put that in perspective, people can generally hear between 20 Hz up to about 18 kHz, and perhaps a bit higher, although this range does differ from person to person. This means 100 Hz to 3 kHz is a bit restricted, and so that means the speakers might not do a great job at catching those lower to mid bass notes or those upper treble sounds, and explains why the sound wasn't as rich as the deluxe audio strap or my HyperX Cloud 2 headset. And comparing this to the in-ear headphones, they had a much larger frequency response range from 20 Hz to 20 kHz, but like I said, the sound lacked a lot of clarity. And so there we have it. To sum up, the in-ear headphones, I found them to be comfortable, they fit nicely, not once did they fall out of my ear, although I did have to use the smallest earpiece in order to make them fit nicely inside my ear canal, so if your ear canal is any smaller than mine, then you might be out of luck. I did notice the sound quality, it did have this bass effect, although it seemed to be at the expense of sound clarity. The sound was a bit muddy. I think these are okay for the price, but personally I think I might have difficulty adjusting to that lack of sound clarity with these ones. My personal favourite was the on-ear headphones. They were also comfortable, they fit nicely, and they were quite loud, and importantly the sound was clear. They just lacked the richness and the depth and breadth of sounds that the other more expensive headphones could achieve. That's it from me today. I do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, do remember to hit that like button and hit the subscribe button and notification bell if you want to be kept up to date with all the latest content coming. I do try to post about 2 or 3 times a week. Thank you for watching as always, and I'll see you in the next video.